They just win at a different time. Like a different race completely. Like after...
That's this guy's girl impression, and it's pretty good. This is a great take. These girls are saying nice guys don't finish last, they just win later. And this guy says that's... And it is. Here's a timeline, 0 to 60. This orange part is where all the winning takes place. After that, it's just picking up the pieces, women until about 35 and men till about 45. And when these lines end, it's just game over. It's musical chairs. If you don't have somebody by here, you're out. These women are saying that nice guys win at this point in life, and that is because they are snakes. Eve ate the apple in the garden, and she deceived Adam, and so did he eat. When women go with bad boys here, they win. And when women go with nice guys here, they win again. Nice guys win when they get good girls young and keep them. And you can still have good relationships here. Like, I'm here, and I'm talking to someone who's here, and she hasn't seen my face yet because internet, and she better like it because I don't have time. So yeah, when women say that nice guys win later in life, what they mean is that I get what I want again.
I genuinely want to know why black men make dating so difficult. They make it...
Hi, I have an answer, and it's simply because they don't have money. So I've been thinking about this a lot as it relates to my personal dating life. A lot of my friends who are black women who are in their late 20s, early 30s, who have been struggling with dating, who prefer to date black men, and I've been doing it in comparison to my white peers and some peers outside of like other races, but specifically my white peers, as to why we all went to similar schools. We all have similar educational backgrounds. We all work similar jobs. For bar, we would say we would live very similar lives, except I just oscillate in primarily black spaces and they oscillate in primarily white spaces. With that said, I think it's because white people, but specifically white also men, are raised in the way that they have generational wealth, but a generational wealth mindset, meaning that they saw their parents get paired off and married, within their 20s. They have grandma's ring and heirlooms. They have a house that they know that they will inherit. They have a mindset knowing that even if they lose their job at Goldman Sachs or in tech or whatever, that they have this sort of privilege that they know that they'll always be fine and they know that they'll always be able to take care of their family. So even though they're in build mode, they're not necessarily worried that they would lose everything. And I think that mindset is different for black men, meaning that they spend a lot of their 20s and even in their early 30s really trying to play a game of like financial catch up, really trying to get themselves established. And because they're playing that game, they play games in other areas, meaning that they don't necessarily take things seriously in terms of getting married, having kids, buying a home, starting family. Because those things require money. And if you don't have it, they're not necessarily going to, just take those things seriously. And again, I was just really thinking as to like why I'm in my late 20s. A lot of my friends are in their late 20s to early 30s, and we're still like dating and on dating apps and dealing with games and all the shenanigans that come with dating black men. But then when I look at the Jennys, the Tiffany's and the whatevers of the world, a lot of them who I have worked with or work with, why they all, ironically enough, got engaged all at 27, 28, around the same time. And it felt kind of like sorority-like, very systematic. And again, it's that peer influence around them. If they see all their friends doing the things, and this goes for men too, they're going to go do those things as well. Or if they saw their parents do it, they're going to go do it as well. And I don't think black men saw it, from their fathers. And they also don't necessarily see it from their peers around them. So they don't also feel kind of that social influence to do those things, especially for black men in major cities like a New York, LA, a Chicago, a Miami, maybe even Houston. Maybe in the South, it might be a bit different. But yeah, there's more I can say on this, and I've been doing a lot of research. I'm actually going to write an article about it, just the differences and nuances between being a black woman dating versus like my white contemporaries and their dating experiences. But yeah, the one factor that it boils down to is money, and if you don't have it, you're not able to progress forward in dating.
If you become the nice guy, you get desexualized. The key thing with nice men is not that they're too nice, they lack masculinity, and without that masculinity, women cannot be invested in you. They can use you and they can be your best friend and they can be your girlfriend, but you will lose intimacy.
Which means no relationship eventually.
You're just flatmates.
There has to be something there, otherwise there is no relationship. They go hand in hand.
When you remove intimacy from a relationship, you live like siblings. You love them because you're supposed to love them, but you actually hate them. They're so intimately close to us, but there's no actual attraction or affection. You're stuck with this person for life. They're in your space all day, every day. They help themselves to everything you own, but you're not actually intimate in any way, so they're a nuisance. So small things turn into big fights. This is what couples turn into when there's no intimacy.
Can 2026 please, for the be the year that guys go up and talk to women in public again? Like, I know there's guys out there that that do this, but not enough. There's not enough, because guys who just sit and stare at you from across the room, they just keep making eye contact with you, and you just make eye contact back and forth. Like, please, just go say hello. Just go say hello. It's really not that hard. If she's making eye contact back with you, like, if you guys are making eye contact back and forth several times, she wants you to come say hello, okay? If you look at a girl, you find her attractive, and you never see her looking at you again, she probably doesn't want to talk to you, okay? Or she has a boyfriend, whatever. But if she keeps making eye contact with you, that is your sign to go up and say hello. And it is so much more attractive when a guy takes initiative. It shows so much confidence. So what? You shoot your shot and you miss? You're going to miss regardless if you don't go say hello. It's so silly to me. This happens all the time. And twice in the past week, I've had scenarios like this, totally opposites. Last Saturday, me and this guy, he sat across from me at this restaurant we were at, and we made eye contact a few times. I get up, we go to the bathroom, we're about to leave. We're washing our hands outside the bathroom. He comes over, says hello, we talk, blah, 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 whatever. I'm like, thank you. Like, thank you for coming to make a move and say hello. This morning, I was at the gym, and this guy, one of my guy friends at the gym, texts us, and he's like, you guys have an admirer? And I was like, what? And he's like, this guy is like, will you please talk to them for me? Like, see if like whatever. And he's like, no, these girls are cool. Like, they don't want some punk guy who's not going to come say hello. I'm like, thank you. Like, no, girls don't want a guy who's not going to take initiative. Like, girls want guys who are confident. So even if you aren't confident, you should shoot your shot regardless, because you're going to look so much better and have so much better of a chance if you just shoot your shot.
Most women will be like, I want guys that don't have girls. I don't want. Liar.
What's the hottest thing a guy can do?
I'm not really into nice guys because I look boys, so I can't really think of anything nice that they can do.
My lucky day. Yeah, I'm just joking. All right, and what's the worst thing a guy can do?
I guess be nice.
Be nice.
Because sometimes if you're too nice, it gives like, it's like the ick.
Really?
You know? Because it's like, why are you so nice?
Do you like when guys like degrade you type shit? Is that what you like?
Not degrade me, but like, you know. Because I feel like if a guy is nice, that means he gets no girls. And that's like a turn off, you know what I mean?
It's not that she doesn't want to be treated well, but she wants to be treated well by a guy who she has respect for. And she doesn't respect you if you don't have options. She doesn't respect you if you don't have your finances in order. She doesn't respect you if you don't have a commanding presence. She doesn't respect you if you don't hold frame. She doesn't respect you if you don't respectfully put her in her place when she's out of line. I'm telling you. Don't believe what they say, watch what they do.
Let's talk about red pill rage. Look, I understand where it comes from. You thought for the longest time that if you treated women nicely, they would love you unconditionally. You thought if you gave them everything they ever wanted, they would be yours forever. And you may have even thought that your own masculinity was toxic for a second there. But now you've learned the truth. Nice guys really do finish last. Women are very conditional with how they love you. Your masculinity is not toxic. And that the worst of femininity can be just as toxic as the worst of masculinity. Now you're angry. You've been lied to. You feel betrayed. And I get it. Betrayal is tough to get past. But guess what? You shouldn't be angry. You should be happy, because now you know the truth. Now you know what women actually want. Now you know how to be a man worthy of female desire. And now you know how to protect yourself from the true dangers that exist in relationships between men and women. So drop the anger, forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made, and stop attacking the other side the same way that they attacked you. Remember, a hero and a villain have the same painful backstory, but one uses it for good and the other uses it for evil. So continue to speak up to make sure young men and women do not suffer the same way you did, and not because you have disdain for your opponents.
Dating guys who are private and aren't super active on social media is great and all until you're going through a breakup with them and they don't give you any content to stalk. You have no idea what the motherfucker is up to. I'm not getting a story. Bro doesn't like anything on social media. In fact, I probably don't even follow him anymore, and he's probably on private. So even if he did post something, I wouldn't know. Can't stalk any reposts because he probably doesn't even have TikTok. There's just nothing. These guys, they move in silence, and it's deafening. That being said, I'm kind of also grateful, because if they did give us content, we'd probably go crazy. Like, I just can't tell. Is it a blessing or is it a curse? All I know is my curiosity, that is suffering.
I really don't get is, like, why do girls date guys that are just, like, genuinely losers, bro? But, like, the guys that are actually successful and actually have passions and goals in life, like, they don't go for them, you know? I think it's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's, like, an ego thing that they want to feel like they're better than the guy that they're dating, so they date down. But yeah, hypergamy is like, says that girls date guys that are above them. But I feel like it's really, there's nuance to it, because like recently I've been feeling like a lot of girls like date guys that are just losers, bro. You know what I mean? Like they literally just date guys that have nothing going for them or passions or anything. But I don't know, maybe it's just completely split even.
When you dealing with her, she'll come and lie to you and sell you a dream as if you're the one and she cares about you and she feels a connection with you. She don't feel. That's why when you find out that she was cheating, when you catch her cheating, that's why it was so easy for her to cheat. She don't feel nothing. Everything that she felt is now gone. It's like a Band-Aid. You take a Band-Aid, you put it on your skin and pull it off. You put it back on again, it'll stick again. Take it off again, put it back on. It'll stick again now, but now it's starting to slide. By the time you put that Band-Aid on for that 6th time, it's basically like you putting paper on your skin. It don't connect. That's the equivalent to a woman and her body count.
Tell you something about a villain. Tell you something about a superhero. At least the movies that I see. For some reason, the villain starts out kicking the crap out of the superhero. And that tends to go on the entire movie until the superhero decides, hey, like at the very end of the movie, hey, I'm tired of being pushed around. I'm tired of getting the crap kicked out of me. I'm gonna do something about it. If I have to call on somebody, if I have to bring in some friends, if I have to get the whole town to give me confidence, you can do it, Superman. I could do it all along. I could have been doing this all along. But for some reason, I have some sort of, I don't know, complex within me to where I don't think that I can do it. I could have kicked the villain all over the set this entire time. And that's what men are doing. They're figuring out, wait a minute, I don't have to stand for this. I don't have to spend the whole entire movie, the whole entire 3 hours, getting my behind whooped over and over again. I'm going to start pushing back. I'm going to start setting boundaries, not allowing people to talk to me sideways, not allowing these modern women to act crazy around me. Oh, don't do this, do that. Don't tell me, because y'all wasn't saying nothing back then. Don't tell me now how to run it. Don't tell me now how to control anything. That's what y'all should have been talking about then. That's what y'all should have been trying to regulate then. But y'all let these modern women do whatever they want to do. Let them talk, say whatever they want to say, act however they want to act. And now when it's my turn, oh, please have mercy. Please don't. I don't want to hear it.
Last night, my wife made this soup, and I told her it tastes like tastes a lot better today.
So many women are such hypocrites when it comes to, because tell me why there's thousands of comments of women laughing at this post. You mean to tell me that when it comes to a man being in a situation, it's funny? With the amount of women on this app that cry about their baby daddies beating their ass and being toxic and being narcissistic, y'all are gonna turn around and laugh at a man being beat up over some soup. Oh, right, but it's just a joke. But we all know that if women came on here and did this exact trend where they're beat up, the comments would read, oh, get the out of there, because why would a man even joke like that? No man should ever put his hands on a woman. But when we joke about DV towards men, it's funny. Like, make that make sense. But not only that, is I went down the rabbit hole, and this is a whole trend. You mean to tell me that there's a whole trend supporting this idea of men being by their wives or their spouses or their girlfriends, and it's funny? Are you freaking kidding me? I guess women only care when it starts to happen to their sons and their sons start dating women like this. Okay, bye.
Dating when you have an only. Let's talk about it. I get a lot of comments saying that I will never find a husband or I'll never find a good guy. I think that is so far from the truth. And now I've dated around, but I have never slept around. And I have a lot of friends who are in the same industry as me. And let me tell you, all of them have a boyfriend. I would say my friends who are in the industry have more boyfriends and relationships than my friends who are not in the industry. When I'm dating around, I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I'm comfortable telling the other person exactly what I do. Of course, the girls always default to the, oh yeah, I'm a content creator. But then that's only gonna last so long, because then at the end of the day, they're gonna try to find you on Instagram. And once they find you on Instagram, it's game over. Now, whenever I go on a date, within like the last 3 years of my life, I'm kind of just like, yeah, this is what I do. Take it or leave it. And if you don't like it, you can leave. I do not think it's hard to date at all if you're in the only industry. I think it's actually becoming a normal to date other girls who are in this industry, and you can make it sad, but have you seen this economy? I think the girls who are in this industry are so badass. They're really cool. I mean, I'm not saying all of them are cool, but a lot of my best friends are in this industry, and a lot of the people that I love the most that are my closest friends are in this industry. I mean, what's not to love? We're hot, we make a lot of money, we're creative. Honestly, we work our off. And yeah, I've actually had a lot of guys be like, oh, like, I wouldn't want to date anyone in that industry. I'm like, okay, bye. On to the next. I'm not gonna give up a bag just so I can be with a freaking man. I'm sorry. A very secure and loving man will accept me for the way I am. I've also had friends who have given up this platform just so they could be with a guy. And let me tell you, do not ever freaking do that ever again, because I've freaking done that and that was the worst decision of my life. You know how much bag I lost within those 8 months? We'll never freaking know. I will talk to you guys later. Baddies and daddies. Bye.
There was like 4 individual guys who were snapping her, which is weird.
What's ironic though is like when we first got together, I had to remove all of the women on my phone.
This is sus.
The guys on my Snapchat that you're talking about, we just talk a lot. That's it.
Why are you sending him, hey, what you doing? Heeyyy.
That's not how you talk to me.
That's literally how I talk to everyone.
I would feel very weird if my girlfriend was talking to a guy like that.
Okay, I really don't like the going through my phone thing.
Oh, do you not?
Mm-mm.
That's a shame.
Can I have it back, please?
No. What are you scared of me finding on here?
I'm not scared of anything, you finding
You didn't
anything.
put it on your no-no list.
You didn't.
I do this to every guest on the show. What are you afraid of here?
Literally nothing.
What is she afraid of?
I don't. I'm actually kind of
Does this make you nervous,
No,
or-
I'm actually being kind of serious. I don't.
What is
I
she
don't want
afraid
him
of?
Going through my phone.
Seth, what is she afraid of?
Is there going to be anything bad on there?
No.
Do I need to know now? Before?
There's nothing on there. My phone should be off limits.
Why? I go through every guest's phone, and you didn't put it on the no-no list.
You know I don't like other people on my phone.
I understand, but you handed them your phone unlocked.
There's
not a reason.
and I'm actually starting to get kind of mad. Like, I just want my phone back.
What are you afraid of?
I just don't like people going through my phone. That's just like,
Because of?
it's my private phone. I just want my phone back. Like, I'm actually being serious.
Well, I'll give it back. I'll give it back. But is that not weird to you?
It is. It's odd. If you didn't want it to happen, we should have said no to begin with. And also, why did you
I
unlock it and
just
give it to
felt
him?
so pressured into giving it to him. I was like, there's nothing on there.
Pressured?
Yeah, I
Ow.
You know, like,
when I
just give
said,
it to
let
him.
me see your phone?
And then you said,
Well,
just
yeah,
give
just
it
give it to him.
him.
'Cause I didn't. Is there anything on it I should know about?
I just don't like people on my phone.
As we're talking about how you have all these guys and best friends and... Okay.
My entire approach when I was dating guys is I don't tell them what to do. He can do whatever the heck he wants. He can flirt with whoever he wants. He can hang out with whoever he wants. My job is to sit back, observe, be peaceful, focus on my happiness, and just watch. And if I watch his actions and his actions are husband material, then I would consider marrying him and continuing to date him. If I sit back and watch and he flirts with someone that makes me feel uncomfortable, or he does something that I'm like, that doesn't make me feel uncomfortable, I'm not going to sit there and nag him, because this is the dating stage. This is the observing stage. I want to see what is his natural baseline. How does he act without an exterior force telling him how to act? How does he act? And then do I like that action? And if I do, great, I can go on and date him. But if I don't, then I can go on to find a guy that's perfect for me. And I did. I'm engaged to Nicholas. But what I want you to think about is there should be no reason in the dating stage that you're having to nag him, tell him, oh, that makes me very uncomfortable, you're talking to her. Like, this is the dating stage. Sit back, observe, focus on your peace, focus on your happiness. The guy that's meant for you will not stress you out. Like, he's not going to constantly make you feel like, oh, gee, she makes me feel bad. Like, no. Life is only going to get harder. It should feel very good in the beginning stages. You shouldn't also feel confusion. You should not feel confusion. You should know that he loves you. You shouldn't have to guess that. So, release. Let him do what he wants to do. Take him off the leash. Just observe. Sit back, relax, enjoy yourself. If he does things that you like, amazing. Keep dating him. If he does things you don't like, break up with him. It's a short conversation. Break up with him. Find someone else. You're looking for your husband. You're not looking for a short-term, 3-week fling that's fun. At least that's what I was looking for. You've got this.
I don't like to be approached at the gym just because it is my safe place.
One thing I do at my office in London is we actually have a safe place for men in our office where women aren't permitted to talk in our meetings.
Oh.
And it's just a nice place for men that they can feel comfortable to discuss ideas
Mhm.
and solve problems without women interrupting them. And it's really spiked our productivity in the last quarter by about 53%.
Do you have a space like that for women? Where men aren't allowed to talk?
So we have the conference room. Women usually have the women's bathroom, and they could get their. That's your guys' top.
That's where women should gossip.
Yeah.
Bathroom.
Well, the cleaning supplies are there in our office, so the women can help out with the cleaning of the desks.
Mm-hmm.
She had a train ran on
I have a
her.
question for you. If you are dating someone that you've been dating for a while, say you guys are deep in the relationship, maybe about a year or so, to the point where you feeling like, okay, it's time to take it to the next step, or just the fact that you really are into someone, that you really, are clicking and you like this person, they got a lot of traits that you like, and you get along really well. The only thing that you find out later in the relationship, now you already at least a year in, the thing that you find out is that maybe back in the day she had a train ran on her by people that you knew. Would that change how you felt about her? Would you have a conversation with her? Or how would you handle that situation?
I'm in a relationship now, but back when I was dating, I would make the first move on guys a lot. I would go up to guys and I would ask them out or whatever, flirt with them. And if they weren't into it and didn't respond well, then I never took it as like, oh, I'm ugly, it's embarrassing that I did this. I took it as, oh, I'm just not his type, he must be into blondes. Because I'm hot. It doesn't negate what I've got going on. It's just not for him. And I also use this in my everyday life, in my career, in music. If I walk into a room and pitch myself and they don't want to work with me or it doesn't work out, I never feel like, oh, I'm bad at music, I'm bad at this thing. What I have is still good. It's just not for them. Send this to your friend who needs to go up to that guy and make a move.
These modern women, they say a whole bunch of stupid stuff. I think there was one woman talking about, I used to be kind of self-conscious basically about my OF and telling men that I date that I have an OF, because it seems like when I tell them that, there's some apprehension around it. Yes, there is. And now these past few years, I just come out and I straight up say what I do. I don't sleep around, but I do, basically show my body. I am out here doing, stuff for money. And if you don't like that, well, then you can take it or leave it. I'm going to leave it. That's why you're apprehensive about it. Because the men that, it'd be one thing if it was a bum. It'd be one thing if a guy that you didn't want. But the men that you want are actually saying, I'm going to go ahead and leave it. So you don't even have to tell me.
You talked about dating a lot.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I saw your post about not wanting to send the girl that you asked on a date an Uber.
Yeah, okay.
And
Okay, all right, I guess I'll address it. I have jokes I gotta get to, but let's talk about it for a sec. I was supposed to go on a date with this. Can I even tell the story? Jesus. They're like, we're bored now. Another topic. So I'm supposed to go on this date with this woman, and we're gonna meet in West Hollywood. We had just been bantering and stuff. And then she goes, I don't want to drive, I hate driving. Can you send an Uber for me? I've never met this woman before in my life. We matched and we talked a bit and she said, can you send an Uber for me? And then I kind of said no, in a nice way, because I've never met her. If we've been dating for a while, then yeah, I'll send her an Uber or something. But I feel like if you go on a first date, it's a leap of faith for both parties. There's got to be mutual investment. Otherwise, I'm just a cuck sugar daddy. I want there to be mutual investment, because most dates, I'm already paying for the dinner. I'm already paying for drinks. I have to get your transportation there and back with tip. And most dates end up evaporating and nothing happens. Not that anything needs to happen, but there's already so much onus on the guy. Why do I need to get her breakfast and lunch as well? For sustenance for the date? I need energy so I'm awake. Because if not, I'm going to be so I need my Erewhon groceries covered for the day. And then I'm going to go to Lemonade. So that's my POV. What is the counterpoint?
it's how much you're spending on. It's just like being a gentleman.
Stay at bay. I will need you in a moment, but please, let the woman speak. What is your retort? Did I ask her how she's going to get there? I said I could pick you up. Yeah.
Oh, you said I can. Oh.
You said I could pick you up? Yeah. I said I'll drive.
If you ask, that's okay. If you ask, if I can.
I mean, what would happen if you beat the out of me? She has a if you ask, it's okay. She empties the bullets. You ask, it's okay.
So before you guys come for me, I have a serious question. Okay. Are you guys only interested in me because you're curious what it's like to be with a fat? Like, that sounds really bad, but I'm so serious. Like, some of you guys I would have never assumed I was your type. Some of you guys, clearly, you could tell y'all like the big girls. But you guys, what? Is it because I'm big? Like, is that why you want to? I will never understand it.
Should you tell your partner about a one-time cheat? Overall, I think honesty is the best policy, but I wouldn't say it's always the right thing to do, because here's the thing. If you confess your one-time cheat, you may feel better that you don't have to walk around with this guilt-ridden secret anymore, but your partner might feel a lot worse. If your partner's going to find out, definitely tell them. It should come from you. But if you can keep it a secret and use the guilt to motivate yourself to never cheat again, I wouldn't say anything.
No. If you cheat on your partner, they have a right to know. And it should come from you. Even if you'll never get caught. Doesn't matter. Have some integrity, sit them down and tell them. And to be fair, sometimes people will still stay and give you one more chance. But even if they don't, you still owe them that. Holy cow, that's terrible advice. We should be encouraging people to take more accountability, not less. If there is anything that you have done or said or whatever that your partner should probably know, or if you would want to know, you need to tell them. Don't be a coward. You owe them that. And they have a right to make a decision based on that thing that you did. And they are justified within doing so. Within reason, of course. You know what I find even more pathetic is those people that cheat long term, or maybe they cheated once and years later it comes out. Excuse me? The least you can do is tell them. Even if it makes them worse. Yeah, they're going to feel worse in the moment. But they still have a right to know. Just because you don't like their reaction to what you just told them doesn't mean you don't tell them.
One of the weirdest and most humbling experiences as a man is realizing that women actually don't give a f about you at all. Now, are there women out there who genuinely get into relationships because they genuinely fall in love with you and what you, I was even about to say what you can provide, because that's all they give a f about. There are literally like 0.01% of women out there who actually get into a relationship with you for you, who you are as a person. It's all about what being with you says to them about themselves and their value. And that's why so many women fall out of love with their men inside of the relationships or get divorced from their men when they're in marriages. It's because when you get soft, when you get comfortable as a man and you start to open yourself up, you start to let your guard down, you're not being as mysterious, you're telling her everything about yourself. She starts to lose interest in you because now to her, she's seeing you at your worst and not just at your best. And she's like, I can't do it. I don't like what he is now. Right now, I was just at the mall and I saw a dude who was with a woman who was pretty fat. And I saw multiple situations like this. Dudes who were with fat women. And in my mind, I'm not judging at all. I'm like, bruh, do what you want to do. But it was interesting to me where I'm like, that man actually loves that woman. Like, even though we all see that she's fat, in his mind, he looks at the person that she used to be and is like, bruh, there's some kind of part of that that's still inside of her. There are so many men out there who are in relationships and marriages with women who were previously skinny and gotten fat because they always gave a f about the woman and not who she was on the outside. But let a man go broke, let a man get fat, let a man get comfortable, let a man get soft. She's leaving. It's because she never gave a f about who you were as a person. It's who you were portraying yourself to be. It's who you were on the outside. And once you can understand that a relationship is all about a woman's ego, you start to know how to play it, so then you always keep her around.
Women are thinking this: hey, he invited me for a cup of coffee. I know through other men who are teaching women how to invest in themselves and find a partner who actually wants to go out with them and get to know them, has told me this is very low value. I have to decline this because this person doesn't value me and probably goes out with a bunch of other people for coffee, and I want someone who's making an investment up front and shows me that they care and put some thought into this date.
When it's women that are making TikToks and Instagrams over and over again, disrespecting men, saying they cheated on their boyfriend, man-hating, saying I'm entitled to this and that, who is surprised that men are now given pause and saying, I don't know if I want to shell out cash on date one?
Guys, these are women that you should stay far away from. And I'm going to tell you this from my experience because I was each of these women in this lifetime until I healed myself. So number one is the woman that needs a lot of attention and validation. First off, this is the beat bopper. She can go around, she can talk to everyone, and she's going to want attention from everyone around, even if you're standing next to her, because she doesn't get full validation from you. She needs dopamine hits from the people around her, whether that's at a bar, at a party, wherever. She also does not feel fulfilled within herself, so she's going to look for those dopamine hits, and when you can no longer provide those for her, she will get bored and leave you.
Ignoring women will always work out in your favor.
You need to ignore her, bro. Attention is currency.
And you know what's crazy about that? The less you care, the more she starts to. Every single time, I promise you guys.
I would just ignore her. And I would try to get her to pay attention to me.
The less you care, the more she starts to.
The less you do, the more she'll chase you.
Pull back. She moves.
And that's the crazy part.
Many times, the girl would literally come over and start talking to me just because she found it odd that I was not looking at her or paying attention to her. I was ignoring her. I wasn't giving her free attention.
Don't chase. Attract.
You know, there was one guy that was talking about, you know, a lot of these ladies really don't care about you in the way that you think they do. Right? And honestly and truly, because he was talking about, you know, you get to a point to where you think that you can let your guard down and, you know, kind of reveal yourself to her. And after that, she's like, maybe not. And, you know, we talk about post-nut clarity, but maybe for women, that's emotional. Like, it's, I don't know what do you call it? Like, maybe that's their clarity. That's their post-mystery clarity. Because now I know what you're about. Now I know what breaks you down. Now I know what makes you tick or how I can get to you, right? And now you're not such a mystery to me anymore, right? So I feel like I've conquered you. I feel like I've defeated you in a way. I guess.
You're not single because you haven't healed your inner child yet. You're single because God is hilarious. That's why you're single. I love talking to guys that are like, no, I gotta get my money right before I even think about getting into a relationship. It's like, there's homeless people outside right now. You think they have their priorities in order? Like, no, you think you need to be healthy to get a girlfriend? No. Abusers are never single. And I'm just telling you the truth. Niggas with beat just always have a to beat. You know? I'm just saying.
Yo, these chicks is really wondering why men don't approach them.
Are you guys single?
Yes, sadly.
So you are meeting guys at bars and clubs, and they are coming up and talking to you?
No. Guys do not come up to me.
is. I don't know who's teaching y'all, but that part. Would you prefer that guys walked up to you? Yes, but like, it depends.
It's gotta be a good line. It's gotta be a good line.
Yeah.
Really strong.
I think a guy walking up to you talking about, "Hi, how are you? My name is Joe. What's good?" is a good line.
Yes.
Like, what's good? Yeah. Then what's your name?
If they notice that you're interested, like if we're making eye contact in the classroom or something, if a random guy just comes up to you out of nowhere and you weren't like giving him the signs that like you wanted him to, like that can be.
At this point, I don't know what to say about the dating market. They want guys to come up to them, but at the same time, they got videos online saying that men, that they're creeps, they don't want to be approached by men, we don't need men in this world. And then on the other hand, they want to be approached and they're wondering why. You're with your friend, we keep thinking, yo, we're gonna go up there, be called a creep, or your friend's gonna speak like, nah, yo, she don't want you, or if I buy you a drink, I gotta buy her a drink. The expectations are ridiculous. At this point, the women should just come up to the men like, yo, if you like it, if you like me, just say what's up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we gotta give you the signs. Oh, it depends. If my back is turned, don't come up to me. There's so much, like, you gotta climb up so many hills just to get a number. And I don't even know who this lady is at the bottom, just freaking, what's good? What's good? That's a good line. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And the other chick, oh, he got to come with a good line. Yo, why can't I just be like, hey, what's up? I saw you from across the room. I'm Jay, blah, blah, blah. It's never that simple. You know what I'm saying? Having to buy your friends drinks or hear scrutiny from them if they don't like me. They speak for the chick that you trying to talk to. It's a mess, man. Like, it's not even the same no more. And it's not even worth it, honestly. And like nowadays, you could buy from a chick for less than what dinner costs with no commitment if you look hard enough. So I don't know what these chicks talking about. Things got to change if you want shit to go back to old. These women ain't even traditional women, so there's no point about being a traditional man. And that pretty much sums it up. When you out there dating, you need a sign for even me to think about coming up to you just to make you turn around here.
I genuinely think dating in the UK is completely broken. And before you say, oh, you just haven't met your person, that's exactly my point. People aren't dating anymore. I swear they just collect them. Like, you've got one guy on Hinge, you've got 3 on Snapchat, 2 you've got past experiences with. Like, you can have an amazing date. They'll be like, I can't wait to see you again. And then they'll give you horrendous replies for the next 48 hours. Like, they're speaking to 46 other people. And the worst part is, people act like caring is embarrassing now. You can't double text, you can't admit you like someone. It's like we're all CEOs, we've not all got board meetings at 9 PM. If I like someone, I like them. If I want to text them, I'll text them. Like, why are we acting so nonchalant, or whatever the word is? I'm genuinely convinced that dating apps have ruined it because they just think if the moment something goes wrong, they're like, straight back to the drawing board, like someone's going to be better one swipe away. And it's just created this illusion that there's always, like, the grass is greener on the other side, rather than just taking the time to do things normally. And then everyone wonders why they're single. Dating shouldn't feel like you're applying to a job and you're fighting against 20 other candidates. Anyway, I just think 2026 dating is just...
I almost lost my husband for the lack of respect that I showed him in our relationship. I grew up around women who I believed were not respectful towards men. They got loud, always were fighting. And for me, I always said I would never do that to my spouse. When I got married to Vincent, I worked very hard to make sure I never did those things. And in my mind, that correlated as I respect him. And it wasn't until we kept arguing and we kept fighting. And the one thing that he would bring up and say, you don't respect me. And in my mind, I'm like, but I do respect you. Like, I thank him for his grace and his patience with me as I have learned, and I am still learning what respect looked like. But as a woman, I've also learned that we can't come into a relationship with a man and do it based on even what we feel like we've healed from or what we've learned from past relationships. We have to really take the time to listen to that man, to truly understand what he desires and what his image of something is, instead of taking it offensively as, well, what we do is not good enough. A lot of men who are emotionally intelligent know what they want. They just have to feel and understand that we come from a humble place and we care about learning what something looks like to them. And if that man truly sees you as his purpose partner, he will be empathetic to the skills that you have not yet attained, and he will help cultivate you and grow into the woman that you and he desires.
A lot of guys do not understand that if a girl rejects you, that doesn't always mean that she never wants to date you. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Eden and I'm a girl, so I tell you what girls actually want. Okay, there are two types of rejections. There's a rejection where it's like, no, I don't ever see you in my future, no thank you. And then there's the rejection like, no, not at this time, I may be interested in someone else, I may be getting over a heartbreak, I don't know you well enough. But I will tell you guys that I know so many girls that have said no at first, and then they got to know the guy a little bit better, or the guy's matured, or they've matured, and now they're dating and they're in a happy relationship, okay? I know sometimes you guys take rejection as just this failure and it's just over, but sometimes you just aren't at the right time to be dating someone, but that doesn't mean that they're not the right person for you, okay? If you're attracted to this girl for more than just her looks, but for her personality because you feel like you guys click, then there's gotta be something in her that also feels like you guys click, and, you know, it might just take a little bit. Sometimes girls fall in love after knowing a guy because they need to feel that familiarity before they want to be vulnerable and to really feel like they can love someone. So if a girl rejects you, yes, it means she doesn't want to date you right now, but just know there may be a shot down the line. Don't count on it, but it never hurts to ask again. Sometimes. Don't go crazy. But if you like a girl and if it works to date her, then ask her out.
Alright boys, so we've all heard the saying, nice guys finish last, right? Well, why is that? Well, I'm back with my subpar advice, and today I'm going to offer up my best explanation as to why they should, in fact, finish last. Quick disclaimer, nice guys aren't bad. We all want a nice guy, we just want a nice guy with confidence. Number one, they don't offer the chase. Everyone loves the chase, but if you settle for anyone just to avoid loneliness, you become less desirable. When something isn't easily attainable, that's when it becomes more desirable. It's like a Birkin bag. Number two, they're not selfish. While you're all quick to point out my age when I give advice, I think this one's worth listening to. Being selfish is not a bad thing. You have to put your needs and wants first. If you're constantly putting others before yourself, you won't get anything in return. Number three, they need approval. And they usually tend to exhibit this with self-deprecation, which frankly makes us feel uncomfortable. As I've said in previous videos, women do not want to have to continuously validate. We like confidence. Number four, they're complacent. This could be in a variety of ways: career, social hierarchy, relationships. We see stability in men that are constantly looking to build and further every aspect of their life. We want someone who will challenge the standards. In conclusion, nice guys will finish last, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be a nice guy. Look, I'm not telling you to start slamming the door in my face. If you can recognize these points and become a nice guy with confidence and standards, you'll finish first.
Shout out to the guys who are confident enough to walk up to women. The masculinity on earth has diminished drastically that guys don't even come up to you anymore. They'll just stare at you from a distance. As a woman who's trying to embody her feminine energy, you're not going to catch me going up to the guy. You're just not. We can just stare at each other. Shout out to the guys who are confident enough to walk up to women, because guys don't do that anymore. If God were to guarantee that your 20th person would be the love of your life, you would be so happy to be rejected by all 19. So why are men not confident enough to walk up to women? Chase. We signal like, you can come up to me now. But all men do is just...
Oh, we signal. True, because every single man know what the signal is, and God forbid he misinterprets that signal, and then what happens? So they don't even check those signals. If they even have to question, is that a signal or not, they would rather not.
Like, you can come up to me now. But all men do is just look at you now. And of course, like, if the woman is interested, she's gonna keep looking your way too, but it just like stays like that.
And there was a lady talking about, seems like dating apps have ruined the way we date. She made a comment. She was like, well, you know, sometimes we make it seem like we're CEOs and we got so many meetings and so much stuff going on. And we don't. And it's true. It's true. We sit up there and we say, oh, I don't have to take this. I don't have to be a part of that. Swipe. Right? Oh, he didn't double text me, or he didn't text me first, or swipe, or he said hi, but, I don't do hi. He asked me what my favorite color is when when he should have been, leading the conversation and talking about, I don't know, the stuff that's going on in this country, and this country is going against this country. I want to talk about something ultra deep, and he should have known that by reading my profile. It's a whole bunch of foolishness, and I understand that women are having their issues on their side with the stuff that they've got going on. But essentially what she was saying was, honestly and truly, why a lot of men are kind of stepping back from dating and getting involved in other things.